Yes, people. Welcome to Saeed TV and welcome back to Rivals Talk. I'm with my brother Grizz Khan in the building. Grizz, what are you telling him, bro? What are you telling him? Remedy's
What
back.
you, what you telling me? What you telling me? I'm
Man.
bare hype this weekend. I'm bare hype for it. I'm not joking.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, hopefully. Oh, the thing is, I was going to say, hopefully, I can get 3 points on the board and kick back. But you lot, the first game,
Yeah. First
that's
game, man.
mad.
Yeah.
12:30 kickoff. That's the
No.
only thing
It's
about it.
Northland Derby first. Northland Derby first. 12:30 Saturday.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
They
it's the North London derby first. Yeah, that's a bit of
yeah.
a mad time, and then you
Mm.
lot are two o'clock or something on the
Yeah,
Saturday.
two
But
o'clock on the
yeah, man.
so Sunday, yeah. So it's gonna be a mad one, man. The Premier League's finally back.
Yeah, it's
International
back.
football is
Yeah.
out of the way. We don't really care, if I'm being honest
No,
with you.
no,
Club
no, no.
football. We like to hate each other. We don't like to kind of like, be
Yeah.
all friendly talking about internationals and Southgate and all this and
No,
that.
no.
You know what I mean? We don't want to hear that. The Premier League's
Sod
back,
that talk.
people. Please smash a like on the video. Don't just watch it and just, like the video. It's
Come
free to
on.
do so.
Come on.
Like the video on your way. In the early gang, over 100 of you already here. Thursday night, sorry. Getting my head aside there. Thursday night. And yeah, man, it's the big one, man. North London
Well,
Derby.
which one? What is the big one? This is the
Well,
question on everyone's lips. We
this
had
is
a little
crazy,
chat
man.
about it last night on the Big Six. Have you had any thoughts about it since? I have, and I
I
still
can't
can't.
lie to you.
I still don't know how to judge it.
What the thing is, yeah, this argument
Mm,
came from my tweet because I put a tweet out and I said,
mm,
which is the bigger derby, and the unanimous vote was obviously the Northland derby. But
mm.
I don't know. I don't know if many City fans are on Twitter. I don't know if many United fans bother to vote. I don't know. I don't know if many United fans that truly believe in the Manchester derby and as passionate as me probably look towards the Northland derby and see it as more as a kind of entertaining bigger derby. Maybe it means more. I don't know. But personally, for me, I still think the Manchester derby is a bigger prospect. What's the more entertaining derby, if you had a question, would be the North London derby. It's one of the biggest entertaining derbies, but it's a question that will go on forever, but it's a fascinating one, and it's still carrying on today. People are talking about it. People are debating about it. It's mad. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
I don't know how to judge it, to be honest with you, man.
You can't judge it though.
Like,
There's no metric.
yeah, like bigger what? So one way of looking at it would be is which game is the most viewed
Yeah.
in world. So can someone in the chat, one of you lovely people, find out what is the most viewed game out of the two, the Manchester Derby or the North London Derby, because that
Yeah.
would be one way of checking who's the biggest viewed, right?
Mm.
So the impact of social media is unreal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for the Manchester Derby.
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
know,
It
man.
will have
North
the
London
same
Derby.
social media impact.
I think. See, the thing is, I look at it from our rivals' point of view, yeah. So for me, the two Manchester clubs are more of our rivals. So I think that's
Yeah.
more relative. Do you get what I mean? I'm not too fussed about the Arsenal Spurs. It's entertaining. We just watch it, have a bit of a joke and a laugh about it. Who's gonna win? Cuss Toby or
Yeah.
cuss Turkish? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we cuss off all the Arsenal fans or the Spurs fans. But the real relevant one is humans.
Yeah. For me, the bigger equals most memorable, which is the Manchester Derby. Again, the only thing I said with the London Derby is though they haven't really fought. And this is what I said. Between Man United and Thingy, it was always who was going to take the other team off the top. I think that's why it was so bigger. Man City have now took United off that kind of like feeling of the top. You know what I mean? As Fergie retired, City emerged. Tottenham have maybe took over Arsenal, but then they haven't because they haven't won trophies to show that. And they really haven't because it's just fourth spot. So again, there's no kind of feeling of what have you gained out of of this rivalry. At least City have gained something, and we kind of went neck and neck for a few years. But there's not like Tottenham are just holding on to this derby for me, which has no really relevance to them. Like I don't know, like for me personally, that's
Do you
just
know what
my
it is? Yeah, look. The Tottenham are hanging on to it because it's a pride and it's an area thing, in it.
yeah.
It's territory, yeah. It's Tottenham, it's North London. They're next to each other. We're so used to, but it's difficult, man. The passion and the hatred and the animosity is probably more
Mm.
in the North London
Because
run, right?
obviously we have technically more of a global audience. Maybe the hatred towards City isn't seen as much because we say there's obviously London fans and obviously there's more global fan base. They don't see Manchester as that kind of hate. Whereas I think the whole of North London and maybe Tottenham, if you kind of look at it, probably hate Arsenal more. I think that's where it comes from as well, the hatred as well. So
Do you know what? Again, like I said on the Big Six, that it's how you word it.
yeah,
Like, what does bigger mean? So, if you say what is the more fiercer derby, it's the North London derby.
Mm.
What's the most bitterest, most more bitter? It's the North London derby.
yeah,
What's bigger? Like, what do you mean bigger? What's the most viewed? It's probably the Manchester derby. What brings in the most revenue? It's probably the Manchester derby.
Mm.
You know, what else do you watch? What is the most bigger clubs in terms of trophies won? It's the
Mm.
Manchester clubs.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So it's what question, how you ask it, innit? Which criteria you use to judge.
What's the biggest derby in the world for you, though? Just in the world generally. If you were to talk about the rivalry in the world, is it the El Clasico? But that's not really a derby. It's more
It's
of a,
not. It's
you know
not.
what I mean?
It's
What
not.
would
It's
you say is I think
Rangers
Rangers
Celtic,
Celtic. I'll be honest with you. If you want to know about a derby in terms of proper derby, it's got to be Rangers Celtic.
River Plate, Boca.
River Plate Boca, yeah. The Milan derby, is it as fierce as what it used to be? Because I think it's kind of toned down a little bit.
Milan derby is big. Milan derby is a monster game. Yeah. But River Plate, Boca, you can't really mess with them people, man. Okay, Brazil, Argentina. If you're talking international,
Internationally, yeah, of course.
yeah. Brazil, Argentina. But
Yeah,
club wise, you know what? That's a good question. We could do a show on that, man. Probably,
yeah,
man. Just, I mean, biggest
yeah,
derbies, man. Like talk
yeah.
about some of the
Biggest
big
derby.
derbies.
Fenerbahce,
Fenerbahce,
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray.
Oh, that's
Oi.
crazy.
Oi, you need to go and watch one game of these, man.
Yeah,
We need to plan this next season.
yeah, 100%, man. That's gonna
We
be
need to
crazy.
we need to go out there and watch one of these games. Are you backing that? I'm
Mm.
backing that. Let's do
No one
this.
watches Rangers for Celtic.
Nah.
I think it's just one of them. What we're talking about and what we're kind of like, our understanding of it. That's what we're kind of looking towards.
Yeah,
But
but in that case, nobody watches Fenerbahce Galatasaray outside Turkey.
there you go. Exactly.
Put that away then.
Yeah.
You know, if you're talking
Yeah,
about the most
In terms
watched,
of nostalgia, it's probably Milan and Inter in terms of nostalgia. In terms of like, everyone, no matter how bad they are, they still look forward to seeing that game. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I
this,
don't know.
that game.
I get it. But yeah, it's a tricky one.
Mm,
It's not easy. It's a tricky
yeah,
one.
it
I
ain't
don't know,
easy.
man. Ain't easy,
Yeah.
bro. Ain't easy. Bayern Dortmund, nah.
Mm,
Stop that, Mad Hatter. Big
mm,
up yourself, but nah, not that one.
So
Bayern
yeah,
Dortmund's not.
so obviously we got Arsenal and Tottenham.
So yeah, what's the first one? You got about the first one
Arsenal
first,
versus
isn't it?
Tottenham.
Yeah, tight.
Big game. The thing is, I was asking this question like, with Arteta and the way he's gone now, do you think there's a sense of unity now in terms of Arsenal? And obviously, you'll have the guys who obviously are still Arteta out and whatnot. But is there a feeling that, you know what, we don't want Conte. We don't feel like we've missed out on Conte. Is there a firm belief now that they're backing their manager now, Arteta? Is it a case of, because I put the question out there, would you swap Arteta for Conte? Or sorry, Conte for
Oh,
Arteta?
is that what you asked?
I asked the Arsenal fans and let me know in the chat. And you have to be honest, you know what I mean? If you're saying
Oh,
now, I trust the process, I'm looking to go ahead with this process,
that's a
then
nice little naughty. That's a naughty question from you, brother.
yeah.
That's a no. You're out here doing naughty stuff still. This is what I mean about Saeed
No,
in the cut.
but that's it's Turkish. Fair play to him. He answered this question. I think he said at that time, I'd rather
Yeah,
keep.
but that was then.
That was
Oh, he
then, yeah.
said Arteta. Oh no, he said
I wonder if you
Arteta.
can ask him that question now, and what did he say?
He'd still say Arteta, right? Of
Yeah.
course. Now, now definitely he'd say he was big to say it then, but now he's definitely in the right. Look,
Why has the viewpoint changed around Conte? Is it
what's
just because of
changed?
the way, like in terms of, I feel like a lot of people are not looking at Conte in that kind of way. Like I feel like there's a disrespect towards Conte in a certain manner. Maybe it's the way his demeanor in press conferences.
Disrespect, you saying?
Yeah, I feel like there's a
Not
feeling
yet.
that,
Nah,
yeah,
not
it's
yet. Not yet.
Conte. We'd rather have our guy, or there's it's not the same feeling with Conte anymore. I don't know what it is like. Let me know in the comments, like in terms of
No, I don't think there's disrespect. Conte, everyone's still scared of him. Everyone only rating Spurs' chances of winning a trophy is because of Conte.
yeah,
Take out Conte, everyone's still saying, nah, man, Spurs ain't winning shit.
yeah,
Yes or no?
yeah.
We're
That's
all
true.
saying Conte will win a trophy. We're all winning Spurs might win a trophy. because of Conte. So I
Mhm.
think the respect is there, man. But it's early days, man. It's early days, man. And over the other side, and plus it's the brand of football, innit? And Conte's like,
Style's important now for people, isn't it? Before it wasn't. Now,
I don't think it
before,
should be for Spurs though.
well, it shouldn't be for Spurs, of course. I think their aim is to kind of win. But if you're, say, Arsenal who won a few FA Cups, style maybe is important. For me, I'm not gonna lie to you. At that time, when Conte was available, I wanted Conte because I just thought, for me, I mean, this club should not be going a couple of years without a trophy, 4 or 5 years without a trophy. We need to stop this. But and there was a pressure of Man City winning things, and I was like, you know what, we need to catch up here. There's no right way of doing things. You've got to
Yeah.
you've got to do it. With Arsenal, there's always been that kind of right way of doing things. It goes back to Arsene Wenger. They still played that good football no matter what. Even if they were
Mm.
like, down in the dungeons and they weren't this and that, like they still wanted Big Steve's in the chat saying you wanted Eddie Howe.
Who for? Oh, for
Who
United,
for?
is he saying?
No. He's moving mad. I wanted them for Tottenham. I remember it was on the shows and I said, yo, Tottenham should go for Eddie Howe.
No, but
But
he's proven to be a very good manager. He's doing a fucking fantastic job at Newcastle. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
He's got them. He's got them playing good football. They're a very good team now to play. Well, hard team to play against, and a good
yeah.
team to watch as well. So Eddie Howe is a great manager, like great up and coming English manager. Graham Potter, but Arteta. Look, people wrote Arteta off way too early, man. People forget the shit he walked into. He walked into a shit show.
Mm.
That club was the joke. Was the joke of everyone? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Everyone. It was known as the original like that was the banter club.
Mm. Do
Do
you
you know what I
reckon
mean?
it's kind of gone out of that place where, yeah, last season really should have been sacked, for the way he bottled it and the way he kind of capitulated, like that feeling right there. He's almost risen from that moment. He's risen from a few moments where he thought, right, he's sacked here. First 3 games he's lost. Certain situations they've got beat badly. 5-0 against Man City. It looks like, you think like he's getting sacked, but he's always survived. And
Mm.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had their moments, don't get me wrong, but this
Yeah,
Arsenal team,
but what was the difference? What was the difference?
there you
We've
go.
discussed this 6 million times, in it. There was no direction where he was going. There was no style of play. There was no identity. He was doing the same shit with different. No, he was doing. Yeah, he was doing the same shit with the same players and hoping for a change. He was winning games here and there, and it was diluting the actual facts. It was diluting the actual situation. And you even said it as well.
Yeah.
Fair play to you. You used to say it to you. And, even when they were winning, you was like, "This is not sustainable." What was that word you used to say? Freestyle.
We start football, yeah.
It was freestyle football. So do you know what I mean? But with Arteta, it's never been freestyle football. You know the plans he's trying to
That's why
implement.
I've not gone in on him in that way. Have you noticed? I've never ever gone in on Arteta. I've gone in on their fan base. I've never really called. I've called him a naive coach. I think I've called him certain other things and whatnot. Maybe he might be. But
He
he's
has
got
to be naive though, but he's naive because he's a newbie. He's
Mm,
dealing with big boys. He's dealt with big boys. He's put them to the side.
mm.
You know what I mean? He's like just like your coaches come in and put Maguire, Shaw, Ronaldo, all these men to the subs bench.
Yeah,
Arteta done it as well with Aubameyang, Lacazette, Guendouzi, all these men. A couple of their centre backs can't even remember their names. Do you know what I mean? He put them all to shade. He said, "Yeah, get out, get
yeah,
out. All these young bucks have got to do it my way or the highway."
yeah.
And they're reaping the rewards now. It is only 7 games. Nothing's been achieved. But you can see that Arsenal are a dangerous team to play against, man.
Mm.
Dangerous team.
Yeah. I think it's one of them, man. It just depends on whether, like I said, we're going to see a good game or Tottenham's game, innit? You feel me? Like, oh, sorry, not that. If we're going to see a good game, or if Arteta has a game plan to stop Tottenham from making it an ugly game, I'm looking towards what Arteta does rather than Conte. And I say that because you know what Conte is going to do. You know his style of play, Grizz. Now, what does Arteta do about it? If imagine there's a problem, Grizz, yeah, but you know what I mean, you have time to sort
I think it's the other way around.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Arsenal in a place. I think Arsenal are playing well enough to go out there and play their game. I think they've got the confidence, and it's up to Spurs to see
Yeah.
if they can to hold that. Withhold that, whether they can counter that, whether they can do something different.
Yeah.
That's how it is, bro. They're not. I don't think Arsenal will do anything different. I genuinely don't. I think he's that kind of coach. that he believes in his philosophy, like the fucking school of Pep. You
Yeah.
can tell he's been coached under Pep or he's been working under Pep. He believes in his philosophy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's going to go out there and get Arsenal playing exactly like they did. Now, a lot of people, and you included, called it naive when it was at
Yeah.
Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Even Arsenal fans were saying, yeah, but it was a bit naive. He should have just held on for the draw and it would have been nice. I agree. Yeah. But let's see tomorrow, innit? Let's see tomorrow. I think it's going to be a proper humdinger again. It's going to be mad. The atmosphere is going to be sick. They're very balanced teams, man. What are we
Yeah.
saying?
Very, very.
What's this question
100%.
mark?
It says
The question should be whether Arteta
Yeah.
scares you as a rival fan. As a United fan, I know Wenger did after 6 months. Arteta is a powder puff, my opinion. Now, look,
Wow.
if you're thinking Wenger scared you after 6 months, but I don't know. We can't prove it. We can't prove it if he was that was a bad boy. If he was that much of a bad man and you recognize Wenger after 6 months, fair play to you. But it's different
Usually
time,
quite-
different
quite-
ages.
It's more of an older fan, so he probably doesn't know. Because obviously I was quite young to see the early days of Arsene Wenger, but so we don't know. You said might know. the
I
situation.
wasn't, and you can't say after 6 months and you Arsene Wenger's going to do what he did. If you did, you're a massive, huge genius, and props to you.
Can Arteta create a legacy though at Arsenal? Like, do you reckon he can do it? Like, do you reckon?
Nah, man, Banda legacy shout, man. He needs to just get into top 4 for 2 seasons in regular. There you go. Get into Champions League consecutively, and then work your way from there. Forget all this jumping from 4th, 5th to top, especially when you got City there, and dare I say it, Liverpool there. Until Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola here, it's gonna be. It ain't easy for any other coach.
This is the craziest top 6 I've ever seen in a long while. Someone has to have a bad season this season, you know.
Wild.
Bad season. And so far, I would say only Chelsea haven't looked like they've been. Obviously, we had a bad 2-game start, but since then we've been fairly decent. But someone has to have a really, really bad season, and it's crazy to think who it's going to be. You know,
like I can't work it out, bro. I can't work it out. Wallahi, I can't work it. I can't say it because you know my thoughts on Potter and Chelsea. I think they're fucking going to smash it with him. Honestly, dude. I know you got your doubts. My doubts
are not based on Potter's footballing. You know, his tactics and whatnot. It's based on the fact that can he get hold of this team? Can he assert some authority? That's where my kind of argument's based off. Not the fact that, I don't think he's a great manager or not. It's whether he can get into this group of players and get some authority, because sometimes it ain't easy out there when you're having to say, I am Graham Potter, I have not won anything. And then you're talking to Aspilicueta, who's won everything. Thiago Silva, all these guys have won things. This guy's got.
I hear that.
Jorginho is a Euro winner. I know it's not crazy, but do you see what I mean now?
No, I hear that. But this guy has got masters and shit in how the brain works, bro. This guy. You talk about this guy. I'm telling you, he will get into their brains and he will.
There's brains, Grizzy, yeah, but there's also understanding what Chelsea are, and Chelsea have sacked managers.
Yeah, but no one. Yeah, but that's out of his control, really. Whether he does good, even if he does good, all it takes is an argument about signings or something for there to be trouble. So that's Chelsea for you. Even this owner has already shown to be volatile. Like how are you giving a man 270 million to spend and then sacking him after 7 games? That's volatile.
Would you not be worried though if you were Potter? I get this, but I looking back at the Tuchel sacking, I'm not saying that I feel sorry for him, but I just feel like it's mad how we've still forgotten how Tuchel was sacked, like just like that after the game, sacked. They brought the manager in. Was it less than 24 hours later? Less.
Yeah, but what it is, that's what I'm saying, innit? This time they've chosen someone who's very much not going to be as volatile as Tuchel. He's going to be a bit of a yes man. What we call Miskeen. He's a nice guy, man. This guy's just gonna handle his business and coach the team. And I think he's a fantastic coach. While Todd Bowley and these men go around, carrying on the circus that they are, they just want someone to just shut up and just do your job. And that's what he's going to do. And unfortunately, he's very good at it. is very good at his job, which is coaching football teams and getting them set up to play. He's been given better players, and then they're going to ask him to implement the same philosophies and styles of play from Brighton, but with better players. Now that is a frightening prospect if he can pull it off. And the only thing I agree with you is if he can get into their heads and buy into his method of playing. Like, all right, who are you? Graham Potter. All right, let's see if he knows what he's doing. And the only way it's going to happen is if they have success. Because once they start seeing, oh shit, this man Graham telling us to do X, Y, Z and it's working, they're going to hype it. They're going to buy into it more and more and more.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's one of them, and obviously it just depends on what Klopp. I mean, can Klopp keep that same hunger? Can the players buy into it as well? So I don't know. I just feel like for me, it's going to be a crazy season. Obviously now Arteta's come in the rain. Now he's got his team. Now there's no excuses there.
It's going to be fireworks, Again, you know how many fights we've had on the sideline. This one's going to be another one. Conte versus Tuchel is going to be messy.
Arteta's a sneaky little arrogant kind of guy.
So Conte versus Arteta. Yeah, no, he's not a sneaky. He's blatant. He's always hyper. He's always.
What was Jurgen Klopp? What was that? What happened in that game with Jurgen Klopp? Because I don't know why he was going mad.
Basically, Sadio Mane went out for a challenge.
Yeah.
And he thought it was an elbow, so he went mad for it. And Jurgen Klopp and Pep Linders and the man said, "Hush up, man. Do you know where you are?"
Yeah.
And he said, "What?" And they said, "This is Anfield." And then that's it. After that, we just terrorized them. So he shouldn't have puffed out his chest at Anfield, you know what I mean? Because they were playing right. They were playing very well until then. And then he decided to rile up the atmosphere and the crowd. I was there at that game. Yeah. Even I was like, "What? Wait." I was like, and then the crowd went mad and we just burst him another one. Burst him another one. So but you're right. You know what you said earlier on about he's got the whole unity thing going.
Yeah.
There's a proper atmosphere building up at Highbury.
Now they got them what you call it, ultras and everything, man. Like them man are actually doing the Crystal Palace and that. They're building some sort of community and that. But the thing is, with the Arsenal fan base, what I find funny is that I just don't know. They could easily turn on this manager. A couple of games in, and it could go back to, you know what I mean? Arteta is it the right man? And so you just don't know with this Arteta family. While it's going right so far, there's an optimistic feeling, and rightly so. But when it can go, because they've got now Tottenham and then Liverpool away, like them two games could easily flip, and then the season all of a sudden it starts to take a turn for a different kind of way. So it's a big test, for me.
Massive.
Win this one and then go to Anfield.
Massive.
But it's
well,
almost.
You never know the way they're playing, man. I'm telling you, man. This is exciting times. If you're an Arsenal fan, it's exciting times, bro. I don't see any need to be moany and grumpy and all of that business. I don't. But if they choose to be it, certain sections of the Arsenal fan base, if they just want to continue to be moany and moany, then no problem. You're going to get that in every fan base. There's even City fans that are moany about City. Do you know what I mean? There's definitely Liverpool fans that just cry every night. You know what I mean? So you're going to get them in every fan base. Even Spurs are doing well, but there's sections of the Spurs fan base like, oh, we're not really enjoying this. Yeah, Conte, but nah, we're not really enjoying this. You know what I mean?
Haaland and Jesus hat-trick, says Zayn Miasim, man. Optimistic again. You know
I don't think the Haaland one is.
Flipping hell, mate! Don't get me like that, man. That's what I'm not. I don't want to hear that, man. I've been trying to tell Steve all day today that how Lisandro Martinez will stop Haaland, and you're saying that, man. I've got to believe, man. I've got to believe the butcher will take out this Nordic Mule Shield, man. I'm telling you. And then when it happens, man, I'm gonna go visit a butcher shop. I'm gonna be like, yo, where's Haaland?
I don't know what you. I don't know why you're doing this. Why are you doing this, man? Why are you doing this?
No, we're doing it. It's for a laugh, man. It's for a laugh, man.
I don't know why you're doing this, man. I'm telling you, Haaland's looking to.
You know, Haaland's game, right?
Haaland's looking to butcher the butcher.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's always a game, right? That certain players, when they play a player like Wayne Rooney, it was John Terry. Like he always used to have a tough game against John Terry. Who else was out there? Vidic was
Torres.
You know what I mean? There's certain players that just had a tough time against certain players.
Yeah. Cole was a Hoopier.
Cole
used to always give Hoopier a hard time.
Yeah,
Cole. You know what I mean? So we had that. Henry used to terrorize. Henry terrorized everyone, but Henry used to terrorize Cara.
But there's
Carry
certain
on,
games that
anyway.
strikers had quiet games.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
let's be honest. There's certain games that you thought, yeah,
What are you saying? What Haaland and Van Dijk? Is that what you're saying? Like, was he done
no,
against
no,
us?
no.
Like,
I'm
what are you
not. I'm
saying?
not. I'm just letting you know.
I'm saying if Steve's still here, like what man, like Virgil van Dijk, clean record against Haaland. What are you saying? I don't know. But we
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
we see how it goes. We see how it
yeah,
goes. But
man.
yeah, no, wait. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Styles make matchups in it.
Stars make matchups, and you know what, man? Just imagine some guy nibbling at your feet. And Haaland doesn't have many touches, by the way. Big up to HK the Music, man. It's good to see you back, bro. I appreciate it, man. Why are we acting like Martinez didn't shut Haaland down twice
Yeah,
last
but
season?
my brother.
You know
Yeah, but
what?
my.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but my
watch that
brother.
game again. I'm
No,
gonna
but it
watch.
doesn't work. Yeah, but my brother, it doesn't work like that, innit? When you've
You
got
know what?
Man
I'm going to
City.
study this game, I'm going to study this game tonight. I'm going to watch both of them. I'm going to watch a full game, by the way. And I'm going to tell you, because a lot of people are saying to me, oh, he didn't really pocket him. He didn't really do that. He had a lot of chances. Well, I'm going to watch it tonight, the full game.
What
I don't care.
for?
It's sad,
What
yeah?
for? Oh, it's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. Because
It
I'm going to find
is.
out where he did well at. And then we're going to,
No,
hopefully,
it's
tomorrow,
irrelevant,
before
man.
the
Don't
team
be that
gets home
guy.
tomorrow, I know where the hotel is, Man United, where they stay over. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
I know where it is. It's literally 5 minutes across from me now. So I can go
Okay.
over now, just before they go up to their hotel, and tell Martinez, yo, make sure you do this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Vamos, vamos.
Don't be that guy, man. Don't be that guy, man. Don't do
Okay,
that.
okay. Mohammed Muntazir says, Grizz, thoughts on Pot on how quickly he can get this system across.
Love Potter. I
Love
hate that
Pot,
he's
yeah,
gone
yeah.
Chelsea. Hate Chelsea. Love Potter. And I think he can get his system across real quick, man. He's a real one. Yeah, what is that atrocious accent, man?
Yeah,
What
man.
is
But
it?
you know what? It's a good super chat, by the way. I think for me, he can do it, but it's down to the players as well. These guys are stubborn players, man. You know what? It kind of reminds me of United, man, where we just hated the players after Ollie left because they weren't listening to Ragnick. So hopefully they do listen to Ragnick, man. Big up to everybody still locked in, man. Over 400 of you here. Please do smash the like on the video. It's so important that you guys do that because it helps the algorithms in it. So hit that like button, people.
Come on.
To the channel, Grizz's channel as well. But have we got a chance, Grizz? Where do you think we can hurt City? Because no Stones. Kyle Walker has not had a great season.
Agreed.
Cancelo is very, very hit and miss going backwards. Edison is always prone to a mistake. I think the front six, I'm not going to do that. It's more the back five. And also, Akanji, welcome to the Premier League moment. Demichelis had it. I remember they used to have some defender corner. Stasic, was it the Stasic?
Yeah.
I think he had a derby day. I think he lost the derby. I think we won 4-1 at Old Trafford, and he had a horrendous game.
But we know the problem, innit? We know the problem. The problem is you've not got your pace up front. That's the problem, innit?
Yeah.
Martial and Rashford missing,
man.
It's huge,
it's crazy.
Man. I don't know how you're gonna penetrate without them two, bro. I'm being honest. I don't rate Sancho like that.
Again, you don't rate anyone, Grizz, man.
I do rate people. I rate Eriksen a lot. I think I rate Eriksen.
Why don't you rate Sancho? Why don't you rate Sancho? When you really wanted him at Dortmund.
What level are you saying? Well, I do rate Sancho's a very good player. So I do rate him. Like, I'm not saying he's shit.
But you don't rate him like that where United fans.
I don't rate him where people are elevating him to wonder kid and this and that. Sancho, he left City for a reason, whatever it was. He wanted more game time, no problem. He's gone and ripped it up relatively well in Bundesliga for a season. How many people do we know have ripped it up in Bundesliga? We could go through a lot of players, including my own Naby Keita. Then we could start on the Havertz. Then we could start on the Werners. Then we could start on so many people from Germany have ripped it up there.
Son's done well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Son's done well. But I reckon there's more that's not done well. There's more that smashed it up there and come here. You know what I mean? It's not a great league anymore.
Germans that have done well in the Premier League.
Players that played in the Bundesliga smashed it up and then came over here and won nothing.
Yeah. I got a couple of things to read out. Grizz, thoughts on Arsenal's possible getting Grealish? Do you regret buying the headbutter and not Grealish?
No, man. Why would you go for Grealish? You lot don't need Grealish, man. Zayn, come on. You lot don't need Grealish. Sancho is a baller. did it for 3 seasons in the Champions League.
Yeah, man. Facts.
What facts?
The fact that he's done it in Europe, you know what I mean, and you know his qualities in it. He's just reproducing.
Look at Sane, Kagawa wasn't the same here. You know what I mean? Okay, Gundogan's done well.
Sane was good.
Sancho is overrated as he's English. Martinelli has more potential. I think Martinelli is wonderful.
I think Martinelli is wonderful, man. I think
wonderful player.
He deserves to be in that Brazil squad, but they're so stacked up front. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of work trying to get to. Yeah, it's long. It's long.
Ziski, Xhaka. I'm not sure.
Look how far we're going, man. Look how far. Firmino. That's a shout.
Firmino. That's crazy, you know. You bought Firmino from Hoffenheim.
Mm.
Sancho is far better than overrated Xhaka.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, man.
Mm.
Because Sancho's more of a dribbler. Sancho doesn't beat people with pace and running in behind.
More technical, though.
More technical, calm finisher. Saka's still young, learning. Saka's got good pace with the ball. Like he's good at running with the ball. I think he's stronger.
Once Sancho reaches the level, and we know what his level is, and people start to work out.
He would have if he came Liverpool. If Sancho came Liverpool, he'd be a much better player right now.
Mm.
He wasted one whole year there. We got no coaching, just vibes.
Bro, that was 1 year wasted, man.
I think his development halted, bro.
Yeah, this is mad, you know. You know what I mean? People are saying you're upset about that. You know what I mean? They've got players, man. They've got players in there. Because in 2 years, Saliba will be the best defender in the league. You know what, Saliba? He needs to have a good game in this North London derby. He's the one that I'm looking out for. If he can keep Harry Kane quiet, you know what? Kudos, honestly. Like, well done. If you can keep Harry Kane quiet, I give it to you, man. Because this will be a game where
but it's one of those. Yeah, but Harry Kane's one of those ones. He relies on his service in it. So if they're not able to get the service into him, then what's Harry Kane going to do? He's not one of those guys that can beat with pace or trickery or something different in it. Harry Kane is give him a chance and he'll put it away. Harry Kane's positional play, his sense where he is on the pitch is second to none. His hold-up play, his link-up play, but he's not an individual like he'll make something out of nothing. You need to give him a bit of help.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Mm. Kane or Drogba, says Araf. Nah, for me, man, I can't lie to you, man. I'm gonna stick to nostalgia, man. I'm gonna go Didier Drogba. You know, sometimes people look at his goal scoring record, man. He scored in big games, big finals, critical moments, won big trophies. This, for me, you could score 100 and more goals than Didier Drogba, but this guy did it on the biggest stage. This guy gave me nightmares for Chelsea. I'm sorry, man. Even though I think he was offside for that goal that ultimately gave Chelsea the title and robbed us the title. You know, I mean, you can't deny Drogba, man. And people, I'm mad for it. But for me, if Harry Kane doesn't win trophies, them goals, they don't mean anything, man. I'm sorry, man. They don't mean anything.
I don't know, man. It's what you can. Drogba was a big game player. I will give him that. He was a big game player. Nothing phased him. You knew you can rely on Drogba in big games, and only certain players have that quality about them. He had that star
prime
quality.
Drogba or a prime Harry Kane. Which one are you choosing?
Oh.
Let us know in the chat as well, people, and get the likes up as well, people.
Oh, that's such a hard question.
A kind of a peak Drogba or a peak Harry Kane. Which guys are you choosing?
Harry Kane's the better footballer.
Ask you your question then. That would answer your question really if you look at it.
Harry Kane's a better footballer. That's all I'm gonna say.
But again, striker. If you were to have a striker up front, who would it be?
That's such a hard question, man. I need maybe by the end of the show I'll have an answer for you by the end of the show. Let's keep it moving a little bit and we think about that.
Okay,
but back to your original.
Nothing on sorry. Kane and Drogba have nothing on Thierry Henry, the greatest striker in the Premiership. You know Thierry Henry, is he the greatest striker in the Premiership? Do you think, people?
Up there. Top 2, 3.
You know what it is, yeah? What is it with me that I've always taken
Oh, what are you
Aguero.
saying? Where you gonna go? Where you
know
gonna
what
go
it is,
with
you
this?
know.
Where you gonna go?
You know what it is, yeah? Like, I respect Thierry Henry, but I don't know what it is, you know. I've always taken more to
Yeah, it's
Aguero.
because you hate them, innit? You hate Arsenal, man. You grew up. It's the
It's not
rivalry
even
thing.
that, you know.
It
I know what
is,
it is, you
man. I
know.
think it is. I think it is,
I think
100%.
Thierry is an unbelievable player. But this Aguero, man, we need to respect him more, you know.
No, 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 no. I'm with you. No, no. I know what you mean. Like, we can't be sleeping on Aguero.
We can't be sleeping on Aguero.
No, no. I hear you. I hear you. I'm not. I'm not saying Henri.
Yeah.
Did you notice when you asked me is Henri the best Premier League striker ever? I didn't say yeah, and I said I think there's a conversation. I think there's a
That's the
debate.
word. You know what? That's the word I'm looking for. Aguero can have a conversation with Thierry Henry.
What
Suarez
content?
as well.
What content we're doing for the Big Six yet? Is it the top six strikers we're
Top
doing?
strikers, yeah.
That's gonna be jokes.
That's gonna be madness, you know. Like,
That's
people
gonna
want
be.
to. But again, I get this. This here, someone says, that's absurd, Said. I don't think it is absurd though.
It's not. It's not absurd, man. Stop. Relax. Calm down a little bit. How's there no debate?
Aguero
People are
is
saying
clear of on. Sorry, Henry is clear of Henry.
who?
Someone said Henry is clear of on. Sorry, Henry is clear of Aguero. Behave, he told me.
It's not clear, man.
But
There's no such thing.
as a natural striker, though, Aguero was as good as anything as a natural striker.
I'd say as a natural striker, Aguero's clear. I'm just saying, Henri missed a lot of chances. Aguero was the better finisher.
Yeah,
Henri is a better footballer.
Prime Van Nistelrooy, nobody comes close. He says here.
Stop that.
But
he was a thoroughbred. He was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, you know what I mean, he's not a bad boy. But how about Suarez then? Are you really saying that? Because obviously he was in here long enough.
As well.
But Suarez was.
Suarez would you come in that top 5 for you in terms of
in terms of talent, yeah. But obviously, you have to look into consideration longevity, how long they stayed here, whatever. But then people forget. He went and smashed it in one of the best strike forces the world's ever seen, and he didn't look at a place. He went and joined Neymar and Suarez and Messi and them, man, and didn't look at a place, bro. That's how classy he was. You know when you like, when you're good at something at your club, yeah, and then you join a bigger club, and everyone thinks, you know what, come join the club. We're gonna show you what real big dogs are about, bro. He went there and showed them I'm a big dog as well. Do you know how big that is? Everyone thought, he's going to be Messi's and Neymar's side chick, bro. He went there and he was like, a lot of people say he was the main man.
Henry dribbled past whole teams and scored lots of goals. Shearer comes second. Yeah, Shearer as well. We're not even mentioning Shearer.
If you're talking
this comment here is very, very important as well. People check the goals per minute. Aguero's light years ahead of any striker in Premier League history. But also, I think with Henry, I think it was the fact that he created goals. I think he was a vital component of that team. Whereas Aguero,
no, I get that.
Score goals. I think with Henry, he had the flair, he had the pace, he had the power, he had the skill. His overall package is probably better than it is better than Aguero. I think that's what a lot of people do think of when they're talking about Henry.
No, I get that. 100%. Henry was the better footballer.
Yeah.
This is a killer.
Brazilian Ronaldo. Even if he was fat and Real Madrid, he was class.
No, this is a killer.
Yeah.
This is a killer. He's right about this one. This one's the best. This one's the best of all time. And I don't care. Go and argue with your family and whatnot. Don't argue with me. Yeah, this guy was the biggest of all time. He was the greatest of all time. Ronaldo, R9, was the greatest striker that we never saw.
You know that game. That game. Ronaldo versus Real Madrid. May United versus Real Madrid when he scored the 3-0. I was meant to basically be one of the ball boys for that game, but I missed out. Yeah, man, I couldn't believe. I was so fuming, man. Like, I was meant to, because there was a competition. Like, we used to have like some community things, and you know how you could walk on the pitch and do all that. You wait for initiative. Yeah, I missed out on it, man. That day,
Bro, if you manage to shake Ronaldo's hand or even touch him, bro, I would leave the stream now and come to Manchester and touch your hand, bro.
but
Brother.
then I went to. I think it was a year or 2 years later. I went to Wayne Rooney's first ever game, man. You know his
No, I don't want to hear that.
game. No, but I'm talking about just for me in it, like.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about Rooney in it. Like, why are you telling me about scruffy Rooney? Like, I don't want to shake your hand. I'll tell you to go and do wuzzle again, man, or something, man. If you touch Rooney's hand, man. Go and do wuzzle, man, or something, man.
Yeah, Fenerbahce. Chris, you once said that you were happy Harry Kane played in the UEFA Champions League final. Would you have said the same about Drogba?
People been watching my streams for years, man. So the reason, I know, but there's context behind this, Arif. The reason why I said that at the time was Harry Kane wasn't fit. You got to remember, Harry Kane, I was very happy he played against us because Harry Kane was very unfit. If you remember that Champions League final, remember Harry Kane was injured. And that's why I said it. If you're gonna ask me to play Harry Kane or without Harry Kane, bro, 100% without Harry Kane. Harry Kane's a bad boy footballer. Bad boy footballer.
Yeah, no, 100%, man, 100%.
People are asking me about this Cantona statement, man, that I made on another.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss that on a separate stream, man. We need to do that.
All right,
so we do an all-star 11. We're gonna find out. Zayn said, and be good to see Roberto Carlos in the league.
Yeah, I get that, but he was not. He was good. He was spectacular. No, I'm serious. Don't give me that look. I'm serious. You know me. I'm gonna back it. I'm gonna say Marcelo's clear.
But you know what? Even that's not a ridiculous statement, though.
When I say clear, I don't mean there's no debate. There is a debate, but I prefer Marcelo.
Yeah. One player I would have loved to have seen that a lot of people talk about is Romario. I never got to see Romario. Yeah.
I grew up. He was my young hero, man. Romario was, like your Mali ballers, yeah? Them ones. Yeah, they just turn up. Give me the ball. Let me just do a little something. Do you know what I mean? No training, no dietary plans, no gym, no running. Just give me the ball and I'll do something mad with it. Just give me a chance with a keeper and I'll do something mad with it. He was one of them people, man. Romario. Romario. See, Bebeto put up Super City. He's saying Bebeto, Romario and Bebeto. See, I was not a Bebeto fan. Nah, overrated for me.
I never heard of him.
Bebeto was more like in the 10. Like I'm trying to compare him to someone. More Sheringham.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was more 10. Romario was the one that would finish the chances. Bebeto was like kind of the link-up player. Poacher, yeah. He was weak, man. He was weak. He wasn't that. He wasn't.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's good, man. It's good. I don't know how we segue into the kind of nostalgia and all that, but
that's how we doing it. Me and you. That's how we do, man. That's how we do it.
Top people. So, yeah, but going back to the games, let's give a prediction for the Arsenal game. I'm going for 1-1. You went for 1-1 as well. I think it'll be a draw.
I think it'll be a draw.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a draw.
As well, people.
I think it's going to be a draw or Arsenal win. I can't see Spurs winning. Definitely can't see Spurs winning. I think it's going to be Arsenal win by 1 goal or a draw. And I'm favouring the draw. But if Spurs win, it could burst a little bubble in the Arsenal thing, man. But I can't see it.
Yeah. Best combo, Cole and York. Yeah, 99. Wow. Again, that was a question that was put out on thingy, What's the best combination in the Premier League? Just before we kind of talk about other clubs. I think York and Cole gets looked down upon. This Harry Kane and Son, I think it's underrated. I think it's, You got Rush and was it Russian? What's his name?
Russian. Oh, Russian. We had loads, man. We had
Russian Aldrich. Sturridge and Suarez, SAS. Oh my days!
Are you serious about Sturridge and Suarez?
Henry and Bergkamp.
Yeah, but Henry and Bergkamp.
This one here, Maris and Vardy. Rooney and Ronaldo. Listen, Henry and Bergkamp. Though, for me, if I was going to put one that wasn't my club, I'd put Henry and Bergkamp because he was just devastating. I mean, they multiple league titles.
Gerard and Torres, have people forgotten that partnership?
You forgot about that, you know.
Wait, people.
2005. No, 2007 to 2010. That was
Wait, that's
elite.
a good one. That's a good one. Um, Drogba and good Hasselbank and Good Johnson.
Yeah.
Hasselbank, Van Persie and Fabregas. What at Arsenal?
Mm.
Not really a
Aguero and
partnership.
Tevez. Yeah, that was for a little bit to see. A little bit. I think Aguero and Dzeko was good.
Aguero and Dzeko was
Van Persie
sick.
and Rooney. Van Persie and Rooney for that one season. Poof.
Yeah, you lot had some bad boys. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You lot gonna Shamak. Wait, they went low.
Who
Didn't
did
they?
you have in the early 2000s? Like,
Bruv,
sorry, the 2010.
we had man like Milan Baros and shit, bro. Milan Baros.
Aros had a good season that one season. It was unbelievable, man.
I mean, we had Mella came on the subs. He was on the subs bench, I think. Mella played a part in getting us to the final. He scored that mad goal.
Mad goal against was it Olympiacos or something?
Olympiacos, bro. And then Stevie, and then he done the layoff to Stevie G as well.
Stevie G, yeah.
And Stevie G just don't let me stop. But yeah, now we've had some dead strikers, man. We had. How about Owen and Heskey? What? Not feeling Owen and Heskey?
That's a good one.
Little partnership.
You want the treble with them? You want that treble? You know.
There you go. Voronin and Ngog got to be the worst, but we've had in recent times. Well, no, actually, hold on. Lambert and Balotelli is probably the worst we've had.
That's crazy, you know. Liverpool have been in the mud, you know. Let me ask you a question here. What did you used to do in the early 2000s?
Not be on YouTube.
I wish YouTube was around then, you know. I wish it, man.
Yeah, but you know what we say, innit? What sells? So, you know, I would have made a hella money, bro. I would have made a hella money.
I can't lie to you, man. We should have started this YouTube game in the early 2000s, man. I would have been raking it in right now.
I'm telling you, man. Like, every show I'll be saying, what's this Voronin doing in my club? Get Voronin out of my club. What's this Antonio Nunes?
My channel would have been flying, man. My channel would be flying because we're winning and everyone wants to see, you know, trophies and elation and happiness. And obviously, there wouldn't be many channels at that time. So,
bro, Barini as well. Oh, what awful striker. Awful striker.
Is he still playing Barini?
We've had some stinkers, man. We've had some stinkers.
Big up to Adrian says, Saeed, thoughts on UEFA scrapping Nations League and third international break for a potential Prem All-Stars, World Stars All-Star 11 would be with less games. Yo, I'm all for it, P. I want that. I'm ready. We're going to do it on Grizzly's show again and again. We're going to be doing are
they getting ideas of us? Is the UEFA getting ideas of us?
Bro, you wouldn't put it past them to watch stuff on YouTube, man, and find ideas and what people are doing, man. Because it's just
go Aspas. Someone's just reminded me.
He got away, you know. Why did you sell Aspas? Suso. There's another one as well.
We had no control. We didn't know what
you didn't, man.
We didn't
they got away, man. There's a lot of good gems, man. Luis Alberto, how did you let him go away?
He wanted game time. He was too slow for the Premier League, man. You have to have a team built around him.
He's
one of those guys.
Lazio, man. Lazio right now. But anyway, let's go back to our original point. So draw.
Yeah, so I'm saying 1-1 for them. I'm saying 1-1. You said 1-1 as well. Can I change it then?
Go on.
I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay, 2-1 Arsenal.
I know this won't count. I know this won't count in the Big Six, but I'm telling you, you know what I mean. Back me in it when I say I want it.
Yeah, I will. You know, No, he said 2-1, you know. He said 2-1, you know.
Yeah, he said 2. That's gonna wind this up. They're gonna get wound up. But in your one.
Right, no, just don't do it, man.
I don't know about your one, you know.
United versus City. It just depends on the first goal. If City win the first goal, I think it could be 3-0 City. I can't lie to you, man. If they score early as well, that's where it could go.
Yeah, you lot got to stop
if it's
that
1-1,
20 minutes,
2-1, if it's like back and forth, if we score the first goal, I think we could get a draw.
You lot need to stop them from scoring in the first 20 minutes. You lot were 2-0 down in the first 20 minutes or something.
No. It was 2-1 at half time. But on our ground, we were 2-0 down in like
No, remember they scored from the edge of the box. Oh yeah, then you equalised and then they equalised.
We equalised.
Saeed, without Martial and Rashford, I don't know what you're going to do. What are you going to do?
Don't know. I'll be honest
How
with
you
you.
gonna play?
Find out tomorrow, man. Hopefully we get some good news, man. Tomorrow, man. I can't lie to you. Hopefully get some good news.
Well, what's the reliable sources saying?
Well, United report have thrown out that they haven't returned.
Do I need to flex with my sources? Shall I find out what's going on at United?
Yeah,
Shall I
find
just
out,
find
man.
out?
Yeah, man. Let me know. Let me
But
know.
what are the normal ones saying? What are the other ones saying?
They're saying that they've not come to training, Rashford and Martial.
Oh
I think
shit!
the bigger blow is Rashford going out because he was obviously available for a while. You know what I mean? So
Oh shit!
Jolie said, "Big up lads, Cazorla or Pogba."
But you don't want to ask me.
Yeah, you don't want to ask him. I don't want to ask him as well. You'll get me angry, man. But
Go
like
on,
I
then.
said,
You said so. How you saying Cazorla's not a better footballer than Pogba?
I think it's not even the right comparison because they play different positions anyway.
Nah, I hear that.
It's not even the right comparison. It said Cazorla and let's say Ericsson or Cazorla versus
Yeah, Ericsson's a good one.
Ericsson's a
Cazorla
good
versus Ericsson's a good one.
comparison,
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Big up.
But
But
yeah, like I said, Premier League fixtures this weekend. What you reckon? We got a couple of decent Liverpool versus Brighton. I think that could be a tricky game for
I know.
for Liverpool. Banana skin. Fulham,
Bro,
man.
they're fourth, bro. They're fourth.
Yeah, it's true.
Come on.
It's
People
true.
are saying he's fit. People are saying he trained. Game over. No Rashford or Martial. Oh, okay.
Okay.
You need one of them. Oh, I mean, there's no Martial anyway. Definitely no Martial. Definitely no Martial.
Definitely not much.
Yeah, and if Ronaldo's playing, oh my god, me and you done the watch along for Portugal, and we know what state Ronaldo's in at the moment.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, of course, yeah, definitely.
He's dead. He's dead food. Please don't ever hype up Ronaldo to me ever again. He's finished. He's dead. No, he's dead food.
No,
You
he
can't do
won't
nothing.
play anyway. He won't play anyway. I don't think he'll
He
play.
might have to. Or is he going to bring in Elanga?
Yeah, I don't want Elanga. I'd rather play with a false nine if you're going to play that.
Why don't you like Elanga? I've noticed this.
I don't know, man. I can't lie to you. It's almost as if, yeah, it's a stopgap that we had like Daniel James. And I feel like it's just one of them situations where it worked for that moment with Ragnick. And that's it now for me. I've had enough of watching Elanga. I don't hate on the kid. I don't do anything like that. But I just think it was a stopgap. It was a Daniel James moment. It was someone that we just wanted for a little bit. Because you know what it was? It was an experiment by Ragnick to say, right, this guy can train well. Can you lot train well like Elanga? That's
I'll
all
play
it was.
Elanga, you know. I'll play Elanga tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll
There you
play
go
him.
then. All right then. That's another one you're gonna rate in it like McTominay and say, yeah.
No. It's not about rating. I think he can just effective, man. You need something. If you got no Martial and Rashford, I'd play Elanga.
Okay.
You need because you ain't got no pace.
Yeah. Big up everybody watching, man. Make sure you guys smash a like on the video, man. Let's get the likes up to at least 300 likes, people, man.
Come on, people. Come on now.
Come on. Bournemouth versus Brentford. You know, Bournemouth are 4 points ahead of the relegation. If they can get a win at home to Brentford, they could go 7 clear of the relegation zone. Who would have thought that? Eh? Now I have to take my words out and say, why do they sack Parker? Remember we having that discussion on there? You know what? Maybe it's justified. Maybe it is. But if they can get a result against Brentford, which they can do at home,
that's a big game for
7
them.
points clear of the relegation.
7 points clear of the relegation zone, you know.
Yeah, that's provided if West Ham and whoever's at the bottom don't win. Because West Ham have got Wolves, Nottingham Forest have Leicester at home, and obviously they could draw there as well, so they could go at least 6-7 points clear then, innit? So yeah. Crystal Palace, Chelsea. I went for a Chelsea win, yeah, but I can't lie to you. It wouldn't surprise me if Crystal Palace won, you know. It wouldn't surprise me.
No, I think Chelsea and the Potter, the focus now. It's different. If you think...
Check this out on at 9 o'clock in it, Grizz, if you want to find out.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come and check it out on the preview. I got Maz from Lad Bible, the Brighton fan, on my channel, 9 p.m. We got a preview, Brighton preview.
Yeah, man. Big up to the super chat, though.
Yeah.
Conte's back. Yeah, I get that. Understand.
He's gonna Fulham, Newcastle. Fulham playing well, bro. And that's
I know. This is another one that I think Fulham, man, they got away with that Chelsea.
It's a mad weekend, Saeed.
Nah, well, Fulham have caught life, you know. If they played Chelsea, they would have lost a bit of momentum. All of a sudden, this Premier League, the dynamics, I said it to a lot of people, it has changed the dynamics, you know.
100.
Certain teams miss 2 games or 1 game, and then they've gone back into a favourable game. So it eased the pressure a little bit. So I expect, for me, Fulham to win that one. I think 2-0 to Fulham.
Two.
Southampton, Everton. This could go anywhere, man. I think this
Yeah.
could, either way, this could be any result.
Say what you want, but Everton are hard to beat. They don't score goals, they don't make chances,
goals,
but they're
but they're
hard
hard
to
to
beat.
beat. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
said
yeah.
this, man. Lampard's got the right personnel at the back
There's
now.
some good games, though. There's some good games this weekend, though. I can't
West
lie.
Ham Wolves is tasty as well, bro.
This one here, I can't lie to
Moyes
you.
is under huge pressure.
Huge pressure. But it's got a 0-0 written all over it. I'm sorry, man. It's got
Do you
a
reckon?
0-0. Got a 0-0. Honestly, guys, if you're having a Saturday, you're thinking about watching this game, just go to your whatever you're doing on Saturday. Like, seriously, man, you're not going to
skip
get
that
a good result here. You're not.
Is that on Sky?
That's on Sky, bro.
Oh, they've done you dirty, man, people, man. Sky have done you dirty to put that in
Yeah,
that
man.
game.
That's a mad one there. I can't
And
lie.
even Leeds Villa's a bad boy game, after
Leeds Villa, yeah, 4:30. That's why they did it on that time. Villa, I think Leeds will win this one. I think Villa, not sure.
I think Leeds will win that one as well.
Yeah.
And
this
on
one
Monday,
here, this is where the season starts for both teams. If they get a result here, the season starts.
Rodgers under huge pressure if you don't win that. I reckon if you don't win that, I think if you don't win that, something's got to happen. Either he walks or he gets sacked. They've got to make a call.
He's got to make a goal, so it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a very, very interesting weekend.
Mad weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. Mad weekend.
I'm glad football's back. I'm glad that we've come to some sort of
No, mad weekend. Mad weekend.
It's about time. I think the YouTube world needed some football back. The people needed football back. We were kind of scratching our heads thinking, bloody hell, man. 3 weeks we've not had football, Grizz, yeah.
The last game we've done well though. Fair play, we've done well though.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100% people. So let us know in the comments, man, what you're thinking. 3-2 Foxes, 2-1 Forest. Forest, another one, man. You know what, yeah? Could this be the biggest mistake that they've done in terms of they've bought all the offensive players, but not spent at the back, They bought Lodi, but they haven't bought really 2 centre-backs. Did they buy centre-backs, Nottingham Forest?
No, I can't think.
Did they?
They did earlier. No, they did earlier. They bought that German one. Well, he came from the German Bundesliga. I'm not sure if he's German, though. But yeah, man, it's going to be peak. I'm not even going to lie to you. This weekend is mad. It's going to be quite the show, man. And we needed something, as you said.
They got Bowley from Wolves. Yeah.
Bowley from Wolves as well. Yeah. They've got centre backs.
Yeah. Steve Cooper's the opposite. You know what, man? Steve Cooper, if he gets sacked, he might get the England job. I'm telling you now, man.
Oh, stop that, man. Stop that.
I don't see anyone else is getting there. And on that note, people, we're going to let Grizz enjoy his food, enjoy his meal. It's been a long day.
People that said, I'm always eating on side stream. See, I didn't eat on it. But
there
now,
you go.
Man's got to eat because I got ready for my show as well on 9 p.m. But it's been a mad one as usual.
Absolutely, people. Please do smash a like on the video, people. There's nearly 600 of you here.
Big up.
Literally, all you got to do is hit that like button. It's costing nothing. Hit the button. And tomorrow, people, I'm not even kidding you, 6 p.m. tomorrow, I've got the biggest Manchester Derby preview.
Big things are going in.
Biggest one ever. It went off. Honestly, if there weren't no security there, it could have been bad. Yeah, man, it got heated, man. So people, the Manchester Derby preview, it's who it's with. You can guess in the comments. It's going off tomorrow. Get in the comments. Back United. We're going to have it. And yeah, man, Grizz, make sure 9 o'clock, people, go to his channel, subscribe to his channel, like the video on your way out, and we're out. Peace.